really good friend of my family.
I've known Virginia quite a while, but got to know her more down in Mobile.
What did you think about what she said? She said that you agreed with her.
I absolutely adore Virginia.
Look, Fee from Miss Fee. Because you know the line is called Miss Fee by Virginia McCarry.
Oh my God.
Jo is definitely the funny one of the girls.
I went in anyway.
And what did you buy?
I bought a tongue and a rabbit.
There is a schoolgirl in Lisa that needs to come out.
I'm so happy.
You came down, oh my God, I can't believe it! With Danielle, I think I'm her big sister.
I know, but I don't like when you switch up because you're putting more fucking bricks up.
I get great crack out of Jo, and I love Jo, but I don't know if Virginia has decided she wants to stir things.
I think she's got more issues than Vogue magazine.
I'll take anything on this life. Anyone comes my way, you want to fuck.
I'm Jo Jordan. I've been married to James for 5 years and we've worked hard at being a family and also running businesses. We've been living at our home in Castleknock the last 7 years. James would be the spender, I would be the bargain hunter. If I was to lose everything tomorrow and I was put into a corporation house, I'd be no different of a person. The way you put me into a big house, I'm still no different of a person. I've done it once, I'll do it again. James didn't buy flash to everybody, look what I have, look what I have. He bought it because he felt it was an achievement, it was another ka-ching. There is an element of a child still in him, but I like that about him.
Happy Valentine's Day!
Today, is it?
Yeah!
Okay.
I'm living with 3 men, but they're not the 3 boys. Our son Josh was born 8 years ago. I also have another son, Gavin, who's 21, and they're total opposites. Gavin is very quiet. Did you get your teddy bear?
I got one for €20. I seen one much nicer in Tesco's for 12. I was like, no way.
It's all about bargaining. I've told you. It's all about bargaining. We called Gavin Pocahontas, and Josh came to haunt us. Josh never stopped crying, 24/7, and he had a pig squeal. We're finished art at 3:30. And guess who I'll have? Nanny!
Will she be staying there?
Yeah, which I don't know if she'll stay, but she's going to come and help. My mother is a Londoner, and Dad was from Ballybock. They were married at 16. Dad was working taxis at night, and there was a lot of problems in the marriage. Mum just got up and took the 6 kids, and she went to England. But my sisters were very, very homesick, and we came back. And we were homeless. How can I protect you in this? Then we got offered Slogue Avenue in Ballymun, and we started making it a home, and Dad was back, and we were all a happy family. So, from humble beginnings in Ballymun, I have worked my way up.
I have my own beauty salon called New Lease of Life in Sandy Cove, and I just love it. We opened 3 years ago. I was always interested in fashion and beauty, and I just thought, you know, there was such a wealth of clothes shops and fashion that I wouldn't go down that route. The only appointment I would have left would be for 5 o'clock. I knew the vision I wanted, and I knew I wanted it quite glamorous. I didn't want to go clinical where it's all white and all that, so it's quite luxurious. Hey, Anne. Good to see you.
And you too,
How are you?
I was looking. On Saturday, I saw you on the show. With you and Jared.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Gerald is great fun. I mean, he enjoys life. He works hard, and you know, he enjoys life. And
Can you get me that dress? Where'd you get that dress?
he does make me laugh a lot. There is talk of wedding plans. We haven't set a date yet, but we're looking at this year. We've decided to get married in Cork, so we're looking at venues there at the moment.
Yes, I can see you. 'Cause every girl here wanna be you.
My parents are of Italian descent, they're Italian. And when I was 2, we moved down to Cork because my grandfather had bought them a fish and chips business in Cork, in Bishopstown. I've flicked a few burgers in my time. I'm walking past the mirror and I'm naked and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, oh, I'm pregnant. When it comes to confidants, obviously Cass is my #1 confidant. He's Norwegian. And when I saw him for the first time, I actually knew that I was in love with this person. And he says the exact same thing about me. And I'd say about 2 weeks later, we actually moved in together. and we're still together ever since.
Okay, Cass, look, I'm gonna talk this through. Basically, when I start screaming, okay, grab my bag, and then just make sure that you've got the location of the hospital on the navigator in the car. Yeah. So all you have to do is press a button and just take me there. And then I want you to text everybody, like mom, dad, all their friends, family, everybody. Okay. I appreciate that.
I've always been broody all my life, and I always knew I'm not ready for this. And I always thought I want to live my life. I actually never expected pregnancy to be such a wonderful thing. I love partying, I love traveling, and I just thought your life stopped, and it hasn't been the case.
I haven't seen you in ages. I know. Oh my God.
I've only got 9 weeks left to go.
9 weeks?
Yes.
The last time I saw you, we were falling out of the pink, and Romy had to put me in a taxi and send me home. You look amazing.
Just another crazy night. I'll be back out there partying again very soon. Can we go to the next party?
I think we should party, baby.
I'm Dr Danielle Marr and I'm Clinical Director of Dermaface Clinic in Dublin. I'm not very employable, so I've always worked for myself. It wasn't I couldn't get a job, I don't want a job, I wouldn't work for anyone else. Can I see this chart for 1 second? Thanks a lot. I graduated in 2007. When I came out, I set up Dermadental, so it was a combination of the Botox and the dental. I later went on to sell the dental off because I realised you couldn't have the two mixed in together. It wasn't a good mix, and we were on the high street initially, whereas Botox is cloak and dagger. You know, we don't even have a sign up where we are. We're going very much for the less is more. It's your first time having a treatment, so we'll do a baseline treatment, we'll review you in 2 weeks' time, and we can always top up. Does that make sense? So I think it's very much a case of less is more. We can always add to it. We can't take away. Does that make sense? The running of the business is the tougher side, you know, and you're often dealing with men in business, and they always think, oh, cute little blonde. Like, nobody likes to make grown men cry, but I don't really have an issue with it, to be honest. I'll take anything on this life. Anyone comes my way, you want to fight, that's grand.
I'm the mother of 4 beautiful girls, whom I'm very proud of. I had my first daughter when I was 21. Then 2 years later, to the day nearly, I had my second daughter, Victoria. Then after the 2 girls, I had a gap of like 5 years, and I have to say probably Stephanie was the one that actually was properly planned. Then after that, Monica came along 7 years later, to a big surprise, but a very nice surprise. Have you thought anything about getting the clear braces?
I'll look at them both. I'll look at the normal ones and the clear ones, but like, I kind of have my mindset on just the normal ones.
I was 16 when I met Vincent, yeah, very young, but no regrets. We get on very well, very compatible.
How was the time?
When I was just 21, we built a house, County Monaghan, Castleblaney. That was fantastic for me because I just wanted to have my own home and have my own space. I'm so sad to see the girls all growing up and leaving home. My eldest daughter, Melissa, has already moved out. Stephanie's studying acting in New York and she's at college there. Vicky, yes, she's talking about moving out. I don't want her to. I'm still dealing with that, so we'll leave it at that. Virginia invited me along to the Calendar Girls because she was going with Lisa and Joe, whom I had never met. Then she rings me last minute, she wasn't feeling well, but she says, Ross, you could pop in anyway. I kind of would have known Lisa a little bit from a few lunches and things like that, but I just went in and said, hi, I'm Roz, and met Joe that night as well. So it was really good to meet Joe as well. Does that look gorgeous? You look gorgeous. I love your dress, Ross. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. You too. You too. Listen, guys, Virginia's not going to make it. So
I did say that, yeah.
Yeah, I know. She was looking forward to it. She was really thinking that she would.
Yeah. How do you know her, Virginia?
I've known her quite a while, you know, but got to know her more down in Marbella. In Spain, because she's a place, and her father has a business down there, and my husband knows her father and all.
Yeah.
So,
how long are you married, Ross?
28 years, in the 17th.
Roz is a very warm, kind, loving lady, and that speaks volumes. 28 years married, you know, and 4 beautiful, beautiful daughters.
It's a lifetime. 28 years. We just get on really well and enjoy it. Works. And it works.
When I first met Roz, I thought she was very quiet, very timid. I didn't think there was a bubbly spark in her. But as I went on talking to her with Lisa, she had so much fun in her.
You having your girly nights and him having his nights. It works
Maybe
better.
now, but whenever, I suppose, whenever the girls were younger and stuff like that, like I'm sure Vincent would have been in Dublin and I was in the country and hardly
working
knew
in
anyone.
Dublin, Rose?
And he was starting his business up in Dublin.
Right.
So it was really lonely. Lisa, she's just a little lady, you know, not quiet, but you know, she's just ladylike, you know, really nice. Jo is just fun. She's like da-da-da-da-da and fun. Totally different, different mannerism altogether, but just as nice and is fun.
This is new for me now because I haven't even seen the movie. Calendar Girl.
Yeah, I did, and I
no
remember
idea
the way
what
it
to
was
expect.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I
It's very-
enjoyed the film, like I have to say.
And it's very tasteful, even though they're naked, it's very tasteful.
It's very well
The
done.
way you did it, it's
Yeah, it
fantastic.
is.
Wonder will they be naked tonight?
Imagine, they'd be holding two big huge tomatoes and then
Cupcakes.
Yeah, yeah.
You wouldn't know.
Well, you'd need melons for me.
No.
Brilliant.
The last thing I need is a flipping man with a brain. That's the last thing.
Yeah, but you don't want to be dating Wurzel Gummidge with nothing inside.
Lisa and Ross had invited me to the Calendar Girls opening night in the Grand Canal, and I was excited to go just to see if I could do it. So I told her, yeah, I'll be coming down. Had the clothes ready and everything, and I couldn't bring myself to even put on like a lipstick. I didn't have the energy to do that, so I kind of stood them up.
Okay, this is the baby's head here.
Oh,
Okay.
so cute. Perfect. Oh, I can see the heart, yeah. Well, now that the time is getting closer, I can't wait to be a mother. I can't wait to hold this bundle of joy and just made out of love. It's a part of me and a part of the man I love. I can't wait to experience that. I'd say I'll get so emotional when I meet him for the first time.
And hopefully you'll have an easy vaginal delivery. So you happy?
Yes, very happy.
Very good.
As long as you drug me up, doctor.
Very good. Okay.
I'd love to see a profile shot though, is he? He's turned around, he's turned around though, is he?
The problem here, Virginia, is that the hand is actually up beside the face.
So he's camera shy.
Yeah.
So he doesn't take after me then?
Normally if we're looking at 3D.
I know I've waited so long to have a baby, but I have never felt so ready, and I'm so in tune, and I just can't wait to experience to experience it, and I hope to be the best mother that I can be.
I've been nagged so much recently about the fact that, you know, and I'm just getting a lot of stick to go meet a dating consultant. So we'll see. To get them off my back, I'll go along, but I wouldn't imagine it'll amount to much. I did have a list of what I'm looking for in a man, though. If you can find me a man, I get the list. Me and Katrina wrote it out.
Come on, I'm dying to hear this one.
Very lovely. So first thing is 6'4".
6'4",
Like that's the
okay.
height.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
6'4", that's fine.
6'2", it's negotiable.
Yeah, well, I can work with 6'2", but
I see one
like
6'4".
but that's the minimum threshold.
Okay.
I want someone who has a six-pack. That's their tummy. What's wrong, Avril? You're looking at me as if I'm being really fussy, like.
Oh, well, we've just gone on 2 physical attributes. I'm waiting for the more soulful stuff, sense of humour, you know, family man, intelligence. So I'm hoping this is in the rest of your list.
The last thing I need, Avril, is a brain. Brain is not a prerequisite. No, seriously, Jojo, the last thing I need is a flipping man with a brain. That's the last thing.
Yeah, but you don't want to be dating Wurzel Gummidge with nothing inside.
Well, if he's 6'4", the six-pack, to be honest, I'm not that bothered.
I'm sure you can.
I don't know what my role to Danielle is, but I know she's crazy about me. I know she loves me, and I'm bringing her out of her shell a lot. I think I'm her big sister, and I do feel she needs to spread her wings and just realise that it's not just one-on-one.
Put this away. I want you to tell me 5 things you want in a man outside of the physical attributes.
Broad shoulders.
No, it's a
rugby. I just wouldn't go near a footballer. Do you know what I mean? Is that a really bad thing to say?
Okay, well that's a deal breaker. That's no problem. Like you need to know what you don't want. You definitely don't want a footballer. What about a GA player?
Brad Pitt.
But Brad Pitt and George Clooney
I don't think either of them are good looking. What about a GA player? That's funny, isn't it? Imagine me. I've never been to a GA match in my life.
You've never been to a GA game? Where have you been?
I've never been to a GA match in my life.
Oh wow. You know, these guys, they're raw, there's no crap about them.
And they could be a country lad. I wouldn't mind a country lad now.
Okay, now this is good stuff, Danielle.
I wouldn't mind a country lad.
Yeah. And they wouldn't have the big, broad shoulders, but they're tall.
Great legs and buns.
And they're fast, very, very fast.
And that's what you need.
Someone who can keep up with me.
Cass was in a long relationship, I think since he was about 19, and he has 2 amazing children. One of them is 20, and another one is 12. And I have to say, we get on so well, you know.
Did you see anything you like?
Yeah, I like that one.
Oh, wow. That is cute, isn't it?
Yeah.
You could say I'm a stepmom, and I'm always teasing them, saying, you know, I'm your evil stepmom, and they're like, no, you're not. But I'm just happy that they're in my life, you know. And I love him more for having them because they're just great kids.
She's helping out with the baby room and everything as well. And
So you're staying in Ireland for a while?
To Sunday.
To Sunday?
Yeah.
Come here to Virginia. It's such an exciting time for you.
I know.
Can you believe it?
I can't believe it. But
Can
you
you
know,
believe you're
I
there?
feel so ready. But
Well, that's good.
I like, you know, I want to breastfeed. Well, I'll see what, like, realistically, I'm just
by
saying to
ear.
myself, exactly, I'm going to play it by ear.
And I wouldn't feel guilty if you don't do it or if it doesn't work out
Oh,
for you.
I know, but I
Don't.
really want to, and I think I will feel guilty if
Yeah.
it doesn't work out. I have to say,
know.
I've got like about 10 books on the subject.
Really?
Yeah.
Breastfeeding in public is such a taboo thing to do. And I don't know why. I think people that are against breastfeeding or women breastfeeding in public, I think they stare too much. And, you know, I am definitely pro breastfeeding. And if I have to do it in public, it just so be it.
It's so weird how it's such a taboo thing
Ireland
to do.
is very,
really,
very
yeah.
touchy about it. In fairness, they're extremely touchy about it. Like
In Italy, it's a totally natural thing. You can be talking to somebody and all of a sudden
they do it.
They just whip their boob
But
out.
in America,
And you're like,
but in America, they're very touchy about it as well.
yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
I've taken a few lessons, so I'm getting there.
Now your chin and your left shoulder
Yeah.
are at the back of the ball.
I want to be a scratch golfer after this lesson, James.
I came from a very sheltered world, very much so by my parents first, then my first boyfriend, my second boyfriend, you know, and everything I've done, I've really enjoyed doing. I learned an awful lot through my 2 relationships. You know, I take the good out of everything. I would never say anything negative about any of the 2 relationships. As I said, you learn and you grow from them. And I'm with a fantastic man now, and we're looking forward to getting married and hopefully starting a family. So that'll be another stage in my life, obviously, motherhood.
Well done.
Yay!
And that's the whole idea. Once you're there,
Yeah.
you see, you hit the ball.
Yeah.
And what are you doing? Walking after.
Walking after it.
I don't think I've any regrets, really. You know, I've always kind of been quite honest with myself as a person and who I am. I didn't drink, I didn't smoke. As I said, I was quite square growing up. I suppose I'd like to be a bit more confident. That's what I'd like. I'd like Gerald to rub off me a bit there, a bit more social. He'd be a lot more outgoing now than I would. He'd tend to go for things, you know, where I'd kind of be a bit nervous and, you know what I mean? He's a go-getter where I'd be a bit more shy. So I'd like to be a bit more like him. Yeah.
Stay there. Walk after it. Well done. Well done.
Yay!
Well done. Well done.
Thank
That's
you
good.
so much, Seamus.
I bought this house as not so much a home, a development site, because we've about 1.5 acres here in total, and we stuck a wall up dividing the site straight away, and we started working with planners to get planning permission next door.
We were given this money to buy the house and buy the land, and we could see a massive future. We could see, you know, everything was all rosy in the gardens. And I think now I'm at a very, very angry stage.
I don't think Joe would be as tough as me. I would sort of hide a certain amount from Joe. I'd only tell her what she needs to know, so it's up to me to try and, you know what I mean, do all the ruin behind the scenes without getting her too excited.
He is very stubborn. He'll be happy now to go on for the next year. Very, very happy. I felt at one stage I was heading for a breakdown. I just do stuff for a simple life. But I'm kind of saying now, you know, I've missed out on a lot.
And what was lunch like?
Gorgeous.
And you're eating again?
But I do feel very lonely. And I had discussed it with James, how I felt. And he didn't have me back, and I wasn't supported. I just feel at the moment, at one side of my house was a building site, the other side was a pub. He was either in the building site or the pub. I don't know what the future holds for me now.
Well, how long was the labour?
I was in the hospital for like maybe 18 to 20 hours with really bad contractions.
I do need to stay on for longer.
For a couple of months?
For a year, and then hopefully another 3 years after that.
Is Joe out there? Joe, seriously, we talked about this. I knew it, I saw you sneaking out. You're like a bold schoolgirl, look, and she's not even putting it out.
I just needed him to sit down and hold me hand and say, honey, do you know what? It's going to be fine. If I spend any more time on my own, fucking rigor mortis is going to set in.